Hey y'all. Hello. Hey, so some of y'all may be new here. Thank you for joining me. It says that I have 0 people, but I see where people have joined. So I'm just going to keep talking and hope that somebody's here. And maybe y'all can double tap the screen and let me know if y'all are here. It says 0 up at the top, so maybe no one is here, but hopefully someone is. It doesn't cost you anything to do that, but it just lets me know that you're here. No, hey, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, anyway, my name's Erica. Thank y'all for joining me today. So it looks like a lot of new people. I don't know if anyone else is new here. But if you'll give me just a second, I like to have at least 15 people in before I start talking about my near-death experience. And then that just keeps y'all from having to hear the same story over and over again. And it keeps me from having to repeat it. I never know how these lives are going to go. If it's going to be like where I ask people to join in and I do intuitive readings. I don't know if it's just going to be about me telling my story. I set an intention that whatever people need the most today and whatever message wants to come through, that I be allowed to bring that through for people. So keep in mind, I'm not ever sure what is going to come through. And before we get started, I just kind of want to clear the air because yesterday we had a lot of people coming through for intuitive readings, and I don't normally do that, and I'll tell you why. Because the universe doesn't always give us what we want. It gives us what we need. And sometimes that can be in form a message from your dead dog, or it can be an ex-husband that you never wanted to hear from again. I don't like doing these things, but I'm allowing to trust the universe more and know that this is a gift that I've always had. I suppressed it for many, many years because of where I grew up. I remember the first time I went to a sleepover and if my accent is not a dead giveaway, I grew up in a really small, rural, conservative Christian town in Tennessee. And I remember the first time I went to a sleepover, and the girl's mama called my mom to come pick me up. And my mom was so livid with me because I remember there was a dead lady in the house named Margaret, and she wanted to tell the owners that she didn't like what they'd done with the living room. And that she didn't like that wallpaper up. So I remember at a very young age telling someone's mother that Margaret, the former owner, did not like the living room wallpaper and she wanted it taken down. And so I remember my mom picked me up from that sleepover. And she was like, "You do not see dead people. You don't talk. You're going to hell if you ever do that again." And so as a young person, I was like, wow, okay, so I'm never going to touch this again. Fast forward, and this is something, hey, Miss Joan. So this is something I've had my entire life, and I suppressed it. My mother did not understand my gift, and she thought it was a curse. She didn't know what to do with me. I was way too much for her. The reason that I'm saying this is because I don't know what's going to come through today. I don't usually do intuitive readings. It's not something I love to do. It's not something I want to do ever, because I feel like there has been a market for that and people have been taken advantage of. So I kind of try to stay away from that. And also it gets me in trouble with the TikTok lords. Okay. So, yesterday I had 7 violations, and I try to be really careful. I try not to say things that will get me banned. Okay. So if you're new here, thank you for sharing time and space with me today. You have been aligned to this message for a purpose, and I don't even know what the message is yet. But, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Erica. And about 10 years ago, I was placed on hospice with this rare, incurable, terminal disease called Shaw-Drager syndrome, or multisystem atrophy. I was fully expected to pass away within 6 months to a year. at the end of the 6 months, I didn't die. And then I thought, wow, we're living on borrowed time here. And another 6 months, completing the year, had come and went. I decided that I had two choices, that I could give up and give in and let my body just be ravaged by the disease, or I could give it all I've got. And that was my choice. I tried to give it everything I had. And against the advice of all the doctors and all my family members, I decided I would pull myself off of hospice. And I started these new experimental treatments. There was a time when I remember thinking, my disease has progressed. And I made an appointment with my primary care. And what my spirit team was telling me at the time was something that I couldn't believe. And I thought, no, they're just trying to like make this easier for me. And well, let me tell you, whenever I went into the doctor, they ran a few labs, and I was preparing myself to hear like I had kidney failure, or because I had some swelling going on. So I was preparing for that. I was not prepared for what they would tell me next, and that I was 32 weeks pregnant, and I was about to give birth to a baby after coming off of hospice, okay? So that was like the thing I least expected. And I delivered this child, and at the time of my C-section, I coded on the surgical table. I was quickly resuscitated and moved to a room. After being moved to the room, I remember looking at the clock and feeling some kind of impending doom, like something was about to happen. And at that moment, I lost all the blood in my body and lost my life for over a minute. Everything happened so quickly that they didn't have time to get my husband out of the room. So as the blood drained out of my body and my lips turned blue, I had removed myself from my body, and I was able to see the room. I could still smell the fear, the blood. I could still see everything and hear everything in the room that was going on. I had this medical response team come in, and this guy named Spencer saved my life. He started giving me blood transfusions like all over my body. He started like 12 IVs and was pumping blood into me as fast as it was coming out. He went to surgery with me, and because my blood pressure was so low, they couldn't put me to sleep. So I had this surgery, and it was very painful. And at that moment, I learned that you can separate from yourself, and that consciousness exists outside of our bodies, and our energies are there's so much more to us than our physical bodies. At the time I passed away, I had a very strict belief system that there was Jesus and God, and then there was nothing else. Through my experience, it didn't shake my faith, it destroyed it. And I wouldn't say it destroyed my faith, because now I have faith in different things. I have faith in humanity, and I have faith in people. I know that inherently we all have choices. There's no good or bad. There's just what it is. And there are all these little different time-space continuums where we can like pocket ourselves, and we're billions of fractals of light, and at any moment we can be anywhere at any time. And I know that's hard to believe, because it was so hard for me to believe. Okay, so immediately I'm trusting the universe with this, and I want y'all to understand how this works for me. I'm not feeling my own emotions, okay? I'm just, I've seen that there's more than duality in life. There's like this triality, okay? Like, there's not just good and bad and black and white and left or right or right or wrong. There's more to life than that, and it extends beyond that. This is a very specific message for a very specific group of people, okay? This is a collective, a growing collective. And I need you to understand how this works for me. If I bring something through from you, I expect nothing out of it. I expect nothing in return. Some of you have graciously offered gifts, and I totally appreciate that. This is a gift that I'm meant to share with the world. And it's hard because I don't like sharing it, because I feel like there's sometimes things come through that I don't want to know about people. There are things that come through that it makes me feel responsible. So why it's a gift, it may be a curse as well. I don't know. And I've conserved all of these years. Like, I suppressed this gift because I thought it was wrong and evil. Okay? My mother made that very clear from an early age. Like, you cannot talk to dead people. That is wrong, and it's... So for many, many years, I conserved that space. And that's why all of this intuition comes through so strongly. And I want you to understand, I never deliver a message lightly. If you get a message, it's a gift. It's a confirmation for you to know that you have connection. And you may not hear it audibly like I can. We all have different gifts. We all have different services to share with each other and the world. Here's what I want to say. Hey, Lydia. Hey, Sheila. Okay, so here's what I want to say. If this seems to be where it's going, like leading towards an intuition, I want to say this. It is not up to me what I bring through. What I hope to do is help. I never want to hurt anyone. I made really specific promises when I came back to this lifetime. You all have connections with your elders. And NDE is a near loss of life experience. I'm actually a death survivor because I did die and came back. I have to be careful saying that because I will get banned for saying the D word. A different D word that apparently is the bad word. So unalive. I want to say this. The universe does not always give us what we want. It doesn't give us what we want, but what we need. And maybe when we get to a certain place, we think we need a certain message or we want a certain message. I want to say I'm probably guilty of that too at some points in my life. I think everyone wants to feel this connection. Like you want confirmation that there's something else. Well, can you please just take my word for it? There is something else beyond you, beyond this seen realm. And it's beautiful. It's deep. It's sacred. Part of this life experience is losing your life. And losing your life is just as sacred as giving life. And the only thing that I have comparable to share with you is giving birth. And me sharing that experience with my husband where I passed away, it was one of the most beautiful, sacred experiences that I have ever had. And I was shown all these different realities and these times and spaces and places, and I need you to understand, if I give you a message, it is a sacred gift. Don't ask for more than I can give, okay? Don't ask. I'm not saying any of you have done this, but I'm saying, like, if you get a message, it's a sacred message. It's a sacred gift. And you have to be okay with whatever comes through. And I'm on this bridge between the unseen realms, the things that people don't normally see, and this existence. And it is a shaky bridge sometimes, and it hurts me sometimes for it not to feel like enough, because let me tell you how hard it is to communicate when you're dead, okay? I remember going to my children, screaming and yelling and using every ounce of energy that I had to try to communicate with them. I remember my newborn looked at me and smiled because she had not yet had the world thrown at her and told her that she was wrong for believing something that was there. She had not yet had all these stories about how seeing dead people was wrong, so she could see me and she smiled. She acknowledged me during my death, okay? Then I went to my oldest son and I was like, please know that I'm like the wind. You can't feel me. You'll be able to feel me, but you won't be able to grasp me. And anytime you feel me blowing, then know that I'm there. And then I went to my daughter who's 17 and I was begging her to see me and look at me and, can't you see me, Mia? I can't. I remember how hard it was because I was like, why can she not see me? And then people want to know why they can't see or hear their loved ones. It's hard. It's really hard to communicate and lower yourself into this dense atmosphere. I remember a few weeks had passed and I knew I was going to make it. I had a lot of other complications after that. But I remember asking my children. I remember going to Grant and I was like, Grant, did you get my message about the wind? Like feeling me like the wind? And he was like, yeah, I thought I felt something. You know, Mom, I don't know. And he was talking himself out of it. This is for y'all today. I know this message is for all of y'all. He was talking himself out of it because he thought it was wrong. And I remember saying, Grant, well, don't make it up. If you didn't feel me, then don't tell me you didn't. Don't tell me something just to make me happy. I want to know, did you actually feel something? And he said, yeah, Mom, I thought I did, but I just didn't believe that. Like, I didn't believe that could happen. And I was like, I know, because that's what I've taught you to believe. You see, like, whenever I was growing up, I truly believed that whenever you die, you go to heaven or hell, and then your body stays in the earth until the day of judgment, and then you get called up to the heavens, okay? So that's what I thought. That's what I taught my children. So, my daughter said, no, Mom, I didn't feel anything. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. But I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear you. I didn't see you. I didn't feel you. And then I realized, like, I tell this story often, but I remember my father died 15 years ago. I was very young when I lost him. He was very young, and I know why he had to go when he did, so he could show me and tell me the things that he told me. My father died April 15th, and my birthday was May 18th. And I remember on the way home, on my birthday, just a month after losing him, I was like, my birthday will never be the same without my daddy here. My birthday won't be the same ever without my daddy here. And I looked up and I thought I saw a cloud formation like a birthday cake and candles. And I remember thinking, wow, Erica, you're really reaching here. You're just making this stuff up. Like, there's no way. And then when I met my dad, he met me at my death. And he asked me, did you get the birthday cake and candles I sent you? And it broke me because I thought all this time I could have been connected to my daddy. And I feel like I've lost him. And yet he's been here this whole time. So I was denying that connection to my father. Not only denying the connection to myself, but to my daddy. So here's what I want to say. I don't like doing these intuitive readings, but it's been something that Edgar Casey has been coming through asking me to do. I'm trying to obey and flow with the universe, because I know with the flow that more abundance, more peace, more love, more everything happens, okay? So I'm trying to flow with the universe and give what the universe is asking for. But I want you to understand how difficult it is for someone to lower into this density, this dense place of earth, when they're in other realms, in other dimensions, in other universes, okay? So if they come through with a message for you, then it is a gift, a sacred gift from the universe. If I ask you, if you have questions, then please feel free to ask. But if you want a reading, then be okay and understand that it's a sacred gift, okay? So if you want to join in, I'm being led to do these readings, these intuitive readings. And if you want to try that, then please join as a guest, okay? So, okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hey, yes. How are you today?
Good. That was a beautiful insight into you, and thank you for sharing the most sacred things that are in your soul with us.
Thank you for receiving me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, very emotional.
Okay, Jenny, are you wanting a reading today? Like, do you feel like called to a reading?
Is that what you want to do, or is I thought you wanted to do something else? I'm just here to receive whatever blessing or message that you wanted to give me.
Thank you for that. Okay, so let me just talk to you for a minute. Here's what your team is bringing through. You have a beautiful team of strong women around you. I see lots of women around you. There's a mom, an aunt, a grandmother, and these are beautiful, strong women. And these women, okay, these women are very strong women, like very strong personalities, very like they're coming through with their personalities very blunt and direct and kind of loud.
Sounds like my family.
Yeah. So the message today is that, okay, you need to slow down, sister. Like you need to have some very intentional moments. Like there are a lot of people who depend on you, and maybe you're stretching yourself a little thin, and they see this around you. Maybe you have moments where you could be intentional, but you are just so exhausted and wrapped up in life that you have quit being like maybe you used to journal or write in the mornings, or I'm seeing like a cup of coffee and like a journal. Maybe this is something that they want you to start doing, like have a moment of reflection. Like these moments are so important for all of us, the moments of stillness. And they're telling me that they want you to do this. They want you to disconnect from everyone else, everything else, and just focus and have an intentional moment.
Okay.
Does this
Okay.
resonate with you?
Um, Yes, I have a lot of people pulling me different directions or depending on me. But I do every morning have my coffee and pray, and I try to meditate at that time. Maybe I don't have enough time to do that. Maybe I need more time to
Okay,
do
so
that.
maybe they're just showing me this because I see this in my mind and I didn't know they're telling you to slow down. So, maybe this is something that they're trying to get you to do more of. Maybe they want you to add something to this, like a journal entry or something. Like this, these are very healthy things for any of us and all of us to do. And so, are you intuitive also? You're an intuitive person. Yes, they're showing me you have gifts too. Thank you for that.
Oh,
Um,
yes, I think I do, but I don't
okay,
think I
so
have enough time to focus on it.
yes. Okay, so through this journaling exercise, you're going to be able to tap into the earth and the earth's energy, and you're going to be able to really hone this skill. So that's what they're telling you to do. This is okay. So your grandmother said
Yeah.
she had these gifts too. She's got all kinds of gifts that you know nothing about. She's like so loud and like
Yes, you did a reading for me about my grandmother and
okay, okay. So
my
yeah,
gifts.
she's familiar to me. So she's like, girl, she has no idea. These gifts come from me. Like, okay, so she's
Okay.
telling me that maybe the family didn't know about these because she's showing me like myself. Like I didn't want to, like I felt like these gifts were wrong or something. Okay, are you she's showing me Catholic Church, like, no, what is this? Is there a rosary?
Yes, I have rosaries and I've
You have her rosary or a rosary that she gave you? No.
I
Okay, wait.
don't
Mm-mm. No, she's showing me something else. A rosary. Okay, thank you for that. So she's just okay. She's confirming she knows that you have a rosary, and she's happy about this. Okay, so
okay because she used to say the rosary every day.
yeah, okay. So I'm not familiar with the Catholic faith much, but she's taken her rosary and like working up. And what are these beads called in Eastern religions? There's like a necklace where you do intentions. Like she's showing me the rosary, like going through her fingers each bead.
Yes.
So this
This
is saying she's saying that this was her meditation. This is how she connected. But
okay.
you're gonna connect through journaling. So this is what she's showing me, okay?
Okay. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, and you spoke to me yesterday. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Hey Stevie.
Hi, how are you
How are
doing?
you today?
Yeah,
How are you today? Yes, Smallabees, that's what I was. Stevie, are you there? Hello?
hello, hello,
Hey girl.
hello, hello.
Hey, we
Can you
hear you
hear
now.
me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay,
How are you, sister?
girl, I need to know. Okay, so, the things about, oh, sorry, my brain just, like, collapsed. All right, so, my ex-husband.
Okay, I'm listening. Okay, I don't know what. Stevie, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Tell me now. What do you need to know about?
Well, Like, I feel some kind of energy pull to him. Like, I'm called back to him. And
Mm-hmm.
it
Okay, I'm gonna stop you
feels
here.
weird.
Okay, yeah. Okay, look, I'm gonna stop right here because I don't want you to say anything else. There's this. Okay, your spirit team is just fabulous. I mean, I can't even. Okay, so listen, your ex-husband, you have a soul contract with him. And have I ever sent you the soul contract release?
Mm. No.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Sometimes when we have, okay, y'all are trauma bonded. I keep hearing trauma bonded, and I don't even know what that means. What is that? Does that resonate with you? Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, there was like I almost died
Trauma
and
bonded. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Listen, so I understand this totally because my husband was with me at death, and this creates like this quantum entanglement, and it's like really difficult to explain, but okay, do you want away from him? Do you need to be away from him? They're asking, okay, so are you keep being drawn back to him?
Yes.
They're, because you're trauma bonded. They keep saying she's trauma bonded. Okay. So I've never even heard that word before. Okay. So let me say this. I'm going to send you this sub contract release. You need to give it to him too, because this is going to be healing for him. There's a reason he's coming back to you in a weird way, isn't he? Like I
Yeah.
see it. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to break these soul contracts both ways. Okay, so what this is like sometimes people get into entanglement and they don't even know it, but they share a sacred experience that bonds them for life. And it creates a contract, a deep contract. And I'm going to give you this soul contract release after this meeting. Okay, I'll just text you.
Hmm.
And you need to, is there some way, do y'all have, wait, what are y'all saying? Oh my God, do you have a restraining order on him? No.
No, 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 no.
Who are they what are y'all talking about? Okay, wait. So what are they telling me here? Okay, so they're saying yes, she can give it. Okay, they're just talking to me. Okay, so yes, you're gonna give him this because it's gonna be healing for him too. And I don't know if y'all have had any recent discussions, but you need to reach out because he's feeling this pull back to you also, and it's
Mm.
not healthy. It's not healthy for either of you to be there in this
Okay.
relationship.
Yeah, because it's so hard because I feel this pull back to him and I know he's not right for me. And it's like I gotta cut the tie. Kind of.
Yes. So this soul contract release, when I send it to you, it's like you can really sit with it inside, like think about all the reasons that you're not good together, list them, sign and date this contract, this release, and then keep it. It's like a divorce, but a spiritual divorce. Like I don't know how to explain it.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. So I'll get you that after this live, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And then the body stuff we already talked about before.
Yes.
And the anger and like the stuff. Like how do I push that out?
You have to allow it in.
What do you mean?
Okay, so okay, let me see how I explain this. Y'all, if this is something for the whole collective, okay, this whole group of people. Listen, you have to feel things to heal things. So if you have been in your childhood, if you learned it was not okay to be angry ever, and you sought to please all the time, you're like a people pleaser, and you hid these emotions and they got packed far down deep inside of you, they can actually show up as physical pain and resentment and anger, all those things. So, what I'm telling you now is you have to go back, all the way back to whenever the first time you felt that was, and feel it again. And know that it's safe for you to express that in a way that you need to. And whether you need to go to a rage room, or however, if you need to go on a run, or if you need to like paint aggressively and
Yeah.
splatter things, everybody does it a different way. But you have to accept that and
Figure
see
out.
it, to transmute it, to transcend it. Okay?
See. Because I've only wanted to be happy, healthy, happy. You know,
Yeah.
like,
But listen,
yeah.
girl, you can't be happy, healthy, happy without going through it first. And look, your body's going through it, but you're not allowing those. Okay, I'm just going to tell you straight out because you're my friend. You're not feeling the things that you need to feel. You're not allowing those things to sit in your body.
Yeah. Okay.
And because you feel like it's not okay to be angry. You were taught that at a very early age, and
Oh.
it's okay to let that out, and you need to accept it and allow it for it to turn into something else. So what happens is whenever you accept pain and allow it in your body, and you recognize it and where it's coming from, then that pain can be turned into power or purpose. When you allow anger into your body, and you know where it comes from, and you allow yourself to feel it, then you can heal it and turn it into something else: creativity, love, drive, whatever you need it to be. But you can't transmute it. You can't alchemize it without first feeling it. Okay, so try that out, and I'm going to continue to work with you because we're going to get you through all this, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
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 Okay. Remember, it is hard for these messages to come through, so you have
Hi,
to
Erica.
have that. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi, I'm so happy to talk to you.
Hi. I'm so happy to talk to you too. Okay, so immediately we have, I'm not surprised by this, but we have, I just saw like a whole flock of birds coming into my room, like visual representation of all these like eagles and hawks and blue jays and like all these like so this to me means that you have a very deep connection with birds, crows, like these birds are messengers, right? Like they come to you at different times and they'll like show you things. You're deeply intuitive. See, I don't like the word psychics or mediums because I feel like those people have taken advantage of other people. So I don't want to say that you're that, but you're like very, I don't know the words. They use like clairaudient or something like that. But I feel like you're very aware of what is happening in your reality.
Yes.
Okay. So then there's this thing that I know you're hoping to get a different message today, but this is the message that the universe has for you. Thank you. Okay, so you're wanting to know about your past loved ones, but they are with you. That's why they're not coming through to me. They're with you, and you already know that they're with you. That connection is within you. You may not audibly hear them, but the birds that come to you should be confirmation enough for you. Also, is there, okay, so a tree is coming through too. Like, do you talk to a certain tree?
I have a new tree with it's with the move. I just moved recently,
Okay.
and I had three hawks pop up in there day before yesterday, and just sit
Okay,
and
so
watch
is
me.
this the tree with the birds?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so this tree and these hawks want you to know that you're protected and safe there. If you ask the land for protection and ask the trees for protection, they will give it to you. Ask that tree. That tree is a special tree, and the one that the hawks went to. 3. I'm seeing one of 3. Okay, so this tree is going, you can ask this tree to place a hedge of protection around you and this land. An energetic hedge of protection.
I feel that. Yes.
Okay. What else? Did you not want to move? Like you had to move?
No, I wanted to move.
Okay. I'm seeing, okay, so these birds are just wow. Okay, so I'm seeing like all these different birds, and these are messenger birds, and the message that they're bringing to you is like, keep your connection with the ancestors and the land because you already have it. You don't need me to like confirm anything for you, I guess. Do you have any questions? Like, do you have any questions that you want to ask your spirit team
I want to know what the messages are.
from the birds
Yeah.
that they're there with you? That, okay, so there are no specific, okay. So there are no specific important messages. It's just to let you know that your ancestors are near and around you and watching over you, and you are divinely guided and protected. And they're saying that you don't need a confirmation about anything. Like you know that you're divinely guided and protected. So them showing up is there. Like that's what they're there for, to show you that you're protected and guided.
All right, and of course they show up for me all the time.
Yeah.
But it was the move has been very. We got a bird yelling now, but the move has been an interesting move. I feel like I've been planted here.
Okay.
There's a connection somewhere, and I can't figure it out.
Okay, wait here. So, this is okay. It's interesting. What are y'all showing me? Okay, just clarification. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing here. So I'm seeing that you were actually, your ancestors, the people who have passed, actually led you into this move. Like I see your ancestors packing up your boxes and pushing you to this new place. And a lot of people, okay, sometimes you'll have like this kind of like, oh, I want to move. So that makes total sense. Cause I said you didn't want to move. No, you didn't. You didn't realize, but I'm telling you now, your ancestors and your spirit team actually moved you. Like, okay,
I
thank you.
believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that
Okay.
wholeheartedly.
So that's why I was saying you didn't want to move. Okay, I was confused about that. This makes total sense now. So I see them packing up these boxes and pushing you. That's why you don't understand the connection because it's always been there. Okay, so they packed your boxes, they moved you, and you were just along with for the ride. Okay, so they've got you in this place for a very specific reason. They're telling me to ask you the numbers. Like,
301.
is that okay? I'm gonna message you after this. Okay, I'm
Yep.
not saying that. I'm not gonna say anything else about that. In a group message. Okay, so message me after this and message me those numbers. There's a message in that number. So yeah, they moved you to that spot, to that location, okay? And the birds are just to let you know that they're there with you. And these ancestors go back millennia. These are like really old, like people you may not even understand or know. Like great, like 8 great grandparents that are with you. So trust your connection because you already have connections and you know that. You're divinely
Yes.
guided and protected. That's why the move happened. That's why everything happens for you and not to you. Okay? So everything's happening for you.
Good.
Okay? So
Okay.
message
I'll
me.
send you a message.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, y'all. This is something new for me. I haven't ever done this, so I don't know. I could try to do a private reading if I'm up for it. Hey, Michelle.
Hey,
How
can
are
you hear me?
you?
I'm good.
Okay, so how this works for me, I don't know whatever is gonna come through. It's a sacred gift from the universe if a message does come through. I hear your voice and spirit or energy hears your voice and then they come through for a reading, okay? Sometimes it's intuitive, sometimes it is family members, but I am just the channel that they can come through, okay? So are you okay with anything and everything that comes through for you?
I am.
Okay. So I'm just going to talk to you for a second. How is your day going?
It's going good. Kind of busy. I've had some medical appointments. Just getting home from those. I caught you on my way home in the vehicle, and it piqued my interest. And I was listening to your live, and it just was really interesting. But yeah, now I'm home and just relaxing a little bit before I have to get my son from school.
Okay. So immediately I have a male energy coming through with a female. So this could be it doesn't feel like mom and dad. It feels like these are your grandparents. Okay, but were you closer to them? I'm not sure what are they showing me here. Or your grandparents are passed.
Yes.
Okay, so were you close to you were close to these grandparents or
I
you
was.
spent
I was closer to my papa, my grandpa.
okay, because
He died.
he's saying like that's my little girl and I was confused because he's like when the male energy stepped forward I was like that's not your I didn't feel like that was your dad coming through so he's like saying that you're his little girl. And okay, so the woman with him is okay, this is interesting. Okay, did you okay, he sees your health issues going on. And have these just started since you had your son?
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty recent.
Okay, so wow, that's what he showed me, a baby, and then everything kind of happened really quickly. Okay, so I see this. You're gonna be okay. Wow. Okay. So this, have you started your treatment plan?
No, I'm just they're monitoring right now. I have to go every 6 months to before we do a treatment plan. Like it's right now, it's just kind of
Okay.
monitoring. It's
Okay. So
something
he,
they're aware of
okay.
and
Okay.
closely monitoring.
So he said he wants you to know that you're going to be okay, and that okay. He's saying that maybe you don't have a traditional treatment plan. You need to look at alternative thing. I don't give medical advice. I'm not saying I can't do this because I got strikes yesterday. I'm
I have
looking.
been looking at
Okay, so
homeopathic.
maybe he's showing me this because he wants you to understand that maybe that he wants you to kind of lean towards that avenue. Um
Okay.
what is 3? He's saying 3. Um 3. What is that?
I don't know. It's three of us. I have two sisters. It's
Okay,
three.
okay, yeah, that's it. 3. You're one of 3. Okay, so sometimes they show me like, okay, so um are you the youngest? No, you have
No, I
a
am the
you're the
youngest.
middle.
I'm the youngest. No, I'm the youngest. You had it right first.
Okay. So he's worried about you and the middle child. Um,
Yes.
okay, so you understand what this means. He said that you can help your sister. It's not your responsibility, but don't forget about her.
Okay.
Okay, so he's saying that, and I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm not saying that. Um, can you give me a different way to say that? He's worried about the middle child, and he knows that you're going to be okay, but you're going through a hard time right now. Um, do you not have a good support system? He's saying that you need more support.
Yeah, I don't. I just have my husband and my kids. I'm not close with my family much, and they live in Mississippi. I live in Texas, so I joined the military young, and I've never really had a support system. I was
Okay,
my
well,
support system.
can
I'm
I just?
everybody else's support system.
He's asking you to tell people when you're exhausted and when you need help. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of moms don't do this. But you do not, he's saying that you do not have to act like superwoman. Like it's okay. If there are, okay, so thank you for that. There are some neighbors or friends that he trusts. You will know who he's talking about. He said there are friends or neighbors who would be willing to help, but you have to put yourself out there and be like, look, I've had a really rough day today. And, can you maybe help do this, or can you like take some of the pressure off of yourself? It takes a village. You're not getting enough support, and he's concerned about that. He's worried about the middle child. He wants you to reach out to her. Maybe even mention this reading. I don't know if y'all were all close to him. Maybe you more so. You were his little girl, but
Yeah, he used to always call me his baby girl, little
yeah,
girl.
he's
Yeah,
saying that. He's definitely saying that. So, take care of yourself. Like, look into that alternative route,
okay.
and keep looking at that. I think you're gonna be. He's gonna he's gonna show you exactly what he's talking about, and you're not gonna audibly hear him say that's it. But maybe you stop on it and you think, "Wow, that's interesting. Like, let me look into this option."
Okay.
And
And it's
he's
funny.
saying,
Oh,
"Go ahead."
sorry. When you were talking about ears ringing, earlier and everything, and what that means. I've had that happen a lot lately, and I've been wondering the same thing. Like, what does that mean? Or no, I don't know if you were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, I have talked about that before.
I think it was one of your videos, but
Yeah.
but my ears have been ringing a lot lately, different things. So I'm going to make a note to pay more attention to that.
Yes, and it happens when spirit or energy is trying to get us to pay attention to something. So for me it's different. It's like one ear rings if I'm supposed to like pay attention to my surroundings because something dangerous is going to happen. One ear is like, pay attention, I want you to see this, look here. And then sometimes they both ring because it is like energy and spirits are present. So it means something different for other people. Like he's getting in my ear right now. So he's just saying like, ask, it's okay to ask for help. Maybe, okay, thank you for that. Okay, you don't ever ask for help. He's saying she won't ever ask for help. Don't even, I'm gonna tell her, but she's not gonna ask for it anyway.
I know, that's true.
So, okay, so you don't even have to ask for help sometimes. You can just make it known that you can involve other people in things. Like, for instance, when I'm tired, like I'll ask my mother-in-law to come with me. And I'm like, hey, do you want to go do this? I really don't have the energy to wrangle a child and do this. So will you help me with, like, will you help me?
Yeah. Okay.
So, and okay, so this is interesting. My dad just chimed in and said, like, I don't know where this, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so my dad just told you, nobody ever choked to death by swallowing their pride. So you're a very proud person, and we get that. It's coming through the reading, but it's okay to need help sometimes. It doesn't mean that we're any less great than you are. Okay, you tend to like be over the top, and when people look at you, they may think, oh my god, how does she do all that? Like, how does she have all that stuff going on and still get this done? Like, I know that people think that about me, but it's because I have finally like broken down this wall, and I allow people to help me if they want to, and you have to allow that too. Okay,
Okay.
that's what the message is. Thank you for letting it come through.
Thank you for allowing it to come through.
Okay, thank
I
you.
appreciate you. Okay.
Reach
Okay.
out to your sister.
I am. I will.
Okay, so let's see. Y'all, I've got some people waiting here. I'm not sure how to say your name. I am
My name,
Tova.
can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can. How are you?
Good. My name is Mary Ellen, but I had
Okay.
to pick a screen. I had to pick a screen name, and the name it's Ayin Tova, and that's Hebrew for the good eye of God.
Oh,
So
thank you.
where God only sees the good things in life, that's sort of how I am. I try to be, and so I picked that one.
Okay, thank you.
You're
So,
welcome.
how are you today, Mary Ellen?
Um. Well, you can see how I am.
Yeah.
Every day's a struggle.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I have coming through for you. You have
Yes.
been struggling. Okay, let me back up and say this.
I know there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, okay, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to back up for a second. Let me take a step back. I just got overwhelmed with
Right.
your
Right.
situations. Okay, so
Right.
let me take a step back and take a deep breath.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Because what I'm getting is when someone sees me in a spiritual light, they see me in lifetimes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'm aware of that.
So let me say this. You were a lot like me, okay?
Right.
I'm going to say you have a depth and gravity that, like my daughter jokes and she calls me like Mama Doss, like Ram Dass, but Mama Doss. And,
Right.
you have like this deep wisdom and knowledge and all the responsibility and the weight of it. that comes with
Right.
it. And I get it. I see you. Um, this is interesting. Okay. So, um, are you a teacher in this lifetime?
No.
In this real okay. So here's what I'm getting. You are a teacher though. You're
Yes.
meant to be a teacher. And
Yes.
through all these lifetimes you have taught. But
Yes.
as teachers, sometimes we learn from students, right? Like, okay, you are feeling overwhelmed by humanity right now. You don't
Right.
understand the world, and I totally get it. Like, you're like, what did I sign up for this time? Like, what am I doing?
Well, I was told. Okay, so recently I went on an Akashic journey with a surrogate because I am not capable of doing that. And I was told that I've been here many times and I've been everything you can possibly be. And I came back this time not really needing anything. So what am I doing here?
You're a volunteer, just like me.
Uh huh.
Listen, I have to tell you this.
Yeah.
We signed up to be here in this time and space,
Right.
to be anchors, to be key holders, to be lighthouses for people.
Right.
Um,
Right.
mm. You're. I
Just
don't
make it
think
make
people
sense
are.
to me. That's all. I
Okay.
just I just need it to make sense. That's all.
Okay. So I don't say this lightly, and I don't want to say
Just say it.
all. Okay, I'm gonna say this. All
Yeah.
ancients, like some people think of like grays or aliens as ancients. Okay, like I
I,
don't like to label things. Okay,
I know.
but
I don't either. So go ahead.
okay,
I'm
so
on your way. I'm on your wavelength. So whatever you
you're already
say,
reading.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
understand. Okay.
okay. So you're an ancient, okay? And
Yes.
you have experienced many lifetimes. I see all these lifetimes. You and
Mhm.
I have experienced a lifetime together and we're crossing in this lifetime. That's not uncommon. But here's what I want to tell you about the wave of volunteers who came here to the earth to hold
Right.
resonance in space. And
Right.
um we were we signed up for this mission to keep
Right.
humanity from destroying themselves again.
Right.
Okay, so I know you feel the weight of that. I know you
Right.
feel the gravity of that. And I know
Yes.
that maybe you don't always understand, but I'm telling you now, it's not our job to understand people. It's our job to be the wacky weirdos that we are, okay?
Right.
We
Right.
are meant to shine so brightly that any darkness around us is absolved, okay?
Right.
Like,
Right.
you have a hard time because you don't understand this world
Right.
and you don't understand the people in it and you
Right.
don't understand like why would people act that way to each other, why would people do that to each other, and you just want everyone to get along. You're kind of like this peacekeeper, and
Right.
seeing the destruction of worlds time and time again, and you're like, we
Right.
don't want to repeat this again. Here's what I'm
Right.
going to encourage you to do. Just hold
Yeah.
time and space for yourself without judgment, without the gravity, without the feeling of the weight of the world. Sit by a tree and know that you have been that tree and you are deeply rooted.
I
And
just feel like I just haven't done whatever it is I was.
look, and
I feel like I was sent here to achieve greatness and for great things. Okay, I came here with many um, blessings
yes.
as far as being a human being, and I
Mhm.
don't feel like um, you know
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is.
I'm
Like
understanding. Like,
it's all still in there. It's like it's all still in there. You know what I
and I'm
mean?
going to tell you why.
And I've been sequestered now. I've been sequestered for 10 years.
I'm going to tell you why. You've
Yeah.
been conserving your energy because this time space is fixing to get pretty wild and wacky, sis. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I know that.
people are gonna need you as holding space, holding time. And you have been conserving all of the great things that you're meant to do and meant to share because it
Right.
wasn't time to share them.
Right.
And it's here. And
I know this is going to sound really crazy. I know this is going to sound really crazy, but I'm waiting for the day that the lightning bolts shoot out of my hands. Okay? You understand that?
I do. I do. I get it. And they will. And listen, it's not going to be something that other people can see.
Right.
You just have to hold tight and trust that it is all happening exactly like it needs to happen. And
I
it will
just want to
happen.
know that I'm not failing.
No.
You
no.
know that this like I feel like I'm running out of time. Okay.
Okay, so let me stop you here. Because your spirit team is saying, no, don't let her say that. Don't let her say that out loud. You speak things into the winds of change.
Okay.
So what comes out of your mouth is more important than what goes in it. This is
Okay.
what your spirit team is saying. Do not speak failures into the winds.
Yeah.
Because you know that you're destined for something greater.
Yes.
And you know that time will come. You're tired of waiting. You're ready. But it will happen when it was supposed to happen. Okay? So there will be a very specific point in time where
it's like I'm waiting to be called to duty. You know what I mean? Ready and waiting.
Yes, but sometimes just by being yourself and by being open with people and speaking this so other people can resonate with it, it changes something. Right. So I'm telling you to hold it. Just hold that time and space. Keep holding because it's the great awakening of the Pleistocene era is about to occur. It has been occurring over the last several years, and there will be.
Well, I guess the problem is that I know I have a knowing, but I don't know what I know. Can you understand that?
I totally understand it. But
and that's the frustration, and I understand that maybe I'm not supposed to know, and I know I'm being protected right now from whatever.
Yes.
You know, but it's frustrating.
Yeah. So
and you know the whole I walk alone thing, I've heard that my whole life, and I've realized, like I say, you know, I don't know if this will resonate, but the love that everybody's looking for down here, it's not here. It's not here. I mean, when you can feel the love of God and you know what that is, that's what everybody's looking for, and they're not going to find it in each other. So I have stopped looking for it in other people.
It's
on a human level, if you understand what I'm saying.
I do. It's within you. Okay, so thank you for letting that message come through, and I'm here for you. Okay, you're not alone. All right, thank you. Okay, let's see. Hello, Pure Divine.
Dean.
Hello.
Hi, are you there?
Hey, I am. How are you?
I'm doing good. My name is Christine.
Hey, Christine.
I wasn't sure if I was going to get picked.
I know. You've been in line for a while. I'm trying to bring through the messages as quick as I can.
I know. That's one thing I'm learning is patience.
Okay. So you were hoping to hear from someone. Have you lost a husband?
No.
Okay, this is a boyfriend then.
I haven't lost a boyfriend. The only one I could think of would be my dad, and because he was young when he passed.
No, wait a minute. Hang on. Let me say this. No, there is definitely a boyfriend. Okay, wait. Okay, so I have wait. Okay. Let me just clear this energy for a second. Hang on. Okay, Christine. Can you talk to me for a second and let me see what is coming through for you, okay?
I sure can. I live in just north of Toronto, Canada.
Okay. Tell me what you've been up to today.
What? Just some groceries and getting dinner ready and tidying up. Just the household stuff.
Okay, so here's what's coming through for you today. This you have a spirit team, okay? So you did lose your dad at an early age. He's reincarnated. Um, there are bits of fractals of him that are still around you. I'm gonna tell you this. Are you okay, wait a minute. So your spirit team is full of like really strong, ancient, wise women. Like, do you like? Okay, what is this? Do you go fishing, or do you have something to do with fish? Or
I'm a Pisces.
okay, okay, so that makes sense now. Okay, well, yes. Okay, so we're seeing a fish, and maybe this is important to you. Okay, so
And my dad was a big fisherman.
okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, so I'm seeing. Okay, your dad is showing me that he's already reincarnated on the earth, okay? So, he wants you to know that he's okay and he chose to come back to earth, and he's like showing me his fish and um saying that he chose to pass away early. He didn't want to get old. Yeah. He didn't want to get old. Yeah. He didn't want to get old, so he did pass away early. It was a choice of his. And okay, does he have, let's see, who's this? Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay, so and she's living.
Yes.
Okay, so he sees your daughter and he's proud of her. He's proud of you. He just wants you to know that he's safe. He's still connected to you. We are more than our physical bodies. We are billions of fractals of light. And he has left part of his light and his energy with you and your daughter. He's saying enjoy getting old. Enjoy life. Embrace life. And his message to you is embrace everyday moments because they matter. He's with you a lot, and maybe you have thought, like, when you think about him, you bring him to you. So he's saying, like, when you think about him, he's with you. Um, are you sure you don't have a boyfriend that's passed? This is a boyfriend that's passed. Can you tell me your name? Okay, well, wait. So did you lose was there someone when you were younger who died? And maybe he wasn't really your boyfriend, but it was a guy friend. Like, I'm not getting like an intimate feeling. I'm getting like a friend that is a boy. Feel like you know how when you're a kid you say, "Oh, that's not my boyfriend. He's a friend that's a boy," like that kind of thing.
There was one I can think of. His name was Monty.
Okay, yep. Are you Monty? Are you Monty? Mm. Okay, so he's saying like, I'm. It's like a very little kid thing. He's like, no, I'm not her boyfriend. I'm a friend that's a boy. Like, kind of like that thing.
Yeah.
And so he's coming. he's coming through for you. It could be because he was very young when he passed, like your dad. That could be some kind of entanglement. Um, are you married or no? Not married right now.
Not married right now, separated.
Okay, Monty says that he's going to send you a husband.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, so he's going to send you a husband. And your dad and Monty are like working together here and kind of like, so was your dad, you didn't know much about your dad?
Oh, yes, I did.
Did you learn after the fact? Like after he passed, you learned about him? Or did y'all, okay, wait. What are you showing me? Show me in a different way. Okay, so he's saying that you learned more about him after he passed. Like, so I'm getting like images of like maybe you looking at things that you didn't see before. Like for me, this happened like after my dad passed away. Like there was this book of songs that he had written. There's something about that keeps coming. He keeps showing me, and I'm not sure what he's trying to tell me. Like it's either like for me, it was my dad had written songs, and I had no idea that my dad was a songwriter, um, or a poet. My dad was like wrote these beautiful words. He couldn't even spell. My dad couldn't spell. He couldn't read or write very well, but he wrote these beautiful songs, and when we could sound them out phonetically, they were just like so deep and beautiful. So maybe there's something about that you can kind of resonate with. Maybe you learned more about him after he keeps showing me like after I passed away, like either he left something for you, like or you learned something that you didn't know about him whenever he was alive.
Yes, I did. Mostly about his upbringing and what it was really like. So I kind of understood him more after he passed.
Okay, yes, thank you for that confirmation. Okay. So, what I want you to know is that anytime we connect with our ancestors or people that we've lost along the way, it opens up energy and like it makes us expand our energy. If we can see people and understand them and why they did the things they did while they were here, and look at it from a different point of view and heal them after they've gone, then it makes us expand into bigger energies. And instead of having to repeat down at the bottom of the spiral, we keep expanding outward and upward. So it's like an ascension process. It's like evolution. It's happening. So your dad is saying keep going with this. Like keep healing him, and he's appreciative that you did this. Okay.
Perfect. Now, I just have one question. You said he was reincarnated. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit, and I'm just going to ask this. When my father was passing away, I was pregnant with my son, and I did not know I was pregnant with a boy, but my dad was in a comatose state. And in that, all of a sudden, he started to speak and said, "That's your umbilical cord, buddy." And
This is your dad. Your son is your dad.
that's what I was wondering if he came back, because I had him, my dad passed in March and I had my son in
Yes.
July.
He chose you. He chose you. You're
Yeah.
with him. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Because
lot
I've,
of times we have soul contracts with people who pass, and your dad is entangled in your life throughout all time and space. So sometimes, like, I know that my daughter now used to be my mom. And so, like, sometimes we repeat these cycles for healing, continued healing. Okay, so what I want to say about your son is that this is your father. And
okay.
even whenever he was little, which he's older now, your dad can't talk to him anymore. But when he was little, your dad used to show himself to your son and talk to him. And then as he got older, he felt like that maybe wasn't real. So he kind of shut that part of it off. So he says, I can't talk to my little buddy anymore, but he's still, yeah, okay, thank you for that. So that's why he didn't show me your son, because he is your son. Your son is your dad.
That's what I've always thought, but I
Okay.
just needed confirmation. So thank you, Erica.
Thank you. Have a good
You have a
day.
wonderful day.
Okay, guys, I've got like a little more energy in me. I don't know if y'all understand how tricky this can be. I have to go down to a different place. Hey, Sassy Susan,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
First of all, I'll say, are you okay with anything and everything that comes through?
Yes.
Okay, and I never know what will come through. It could be anything and everything, okay? So, but I don't always get to choose. It's what the universe wants you to know today, okay?
All right, I'm ready to hear it.
Okay, so how it works for me is I just talk to you for a little bit. If you can just talk to me for a second, and then the energies will start to come through, okay? So I'm going to let you talk for a second.
Okay, I see you was asking everybody else what they were going on, what they had going on today, and I'm just working, sitting here at home. I work from home, doing my job, and listening to you.
Okay, is this I feel like this is weird, but I don't know. I'm confused about what I'm being shown. So I have like a husband. Has your husband passed?
I've never married.
Okay. Well, okay, so what is this? What are y'all showing me? Okay. I'm trying to ask them to show me in a different way. Okay, so this is somebody who's calling himself daddy, but this doesn't feel like your dad. Or if it is, okay, am I getting lifetimes crossed? Can you just show me this lifetime, please? Okay, sometimes when we're little girls, we want to marry our daddy. Did you used to say that? Like, I want to marry my daddy when I grow up?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I don't know what this is coming. Okay, wait just a minute. This message is for somebody else. I'm gonna let you talk again, please. Can we clear this energy, please? Okay.
Not sure what I need to talk about, but I don't know. What should I talk about? What do you need to hear? What do you want?
Okay. So let me just say, okay, let me ask you some stuff. Do you have some health issues going on? Or is this related?
Fibromyalgia is about my biggest
Okay.
health issue.
But you've been struggling with this. Okay, I'm seeing your spirit team. Yes. Okay. They're taking me to church. So you got some church ladies up in here.
Okay.
These are older ladies that have been, okay. So I'm seeing like my Meemaw and her friends. So like what this is this is your spirit team coming through. They're showing me your health issues. Okay, and I can't talk about this much because I get excited, but let me say this. This is a struggle that you've been dealing with for a long time, and it's an issue you don't understand, and you don't feel like that the doctors are hearing you. Your spirit team is seeing all this, okay? What can we do to help? So they're saying now that okay. Do you go to church?
I haven't been probably since before COVID.
Okay, girl. I'm not saying this. This comes from your spirit team because I don't preach to anybody, but they're saying you need to get back in church. There's blessings that are waiting there for you. And this feels like somebody that is saying, okay, so I don't know what this is, daddy and husband, or like it's coming through together, daddy and husband. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if have you not ever wanted to get married?
Uh, maybe when I was younger, but now I don't think so.
Okay, so maybe there is somebody, they're saying you need to go to church, and this is not coming from me because I do not think religion, I don't like religion because I think it does far more harm than good. But I'm delivering this message from your spirit team. They're saying go to church. They've got blessings lined up for you there. So, and this daddy husband thing, this could be a friend, okay, that they've lined up for you. Maybe not even to like have a husband, but maybe to have a partner, like somebody to share life with, because they say that you are okay. You've had some sadness around your health issues and like you're at home all the time. They want, okay, so thank you for that. They're wanting you to get out and socialize. Like, I'm seeing like social circles. Like, they're wanting you to be out in the community. You have hidden yourself away. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying you've hidden yourself away, and girl, you need to let that little light shine. They're saying, like you are a bright light in this world, and you have dimmed yourself, and now it's time to shine again. Okay, so they're saying get out there and socialize. Okay, so wait, does your fibromyalgia like have flares? Like, are you better some days and worse others?
Yes.
Okay. So on your good days, take advantage of those good days and be out and be social.
Okay.
It's hard to put ourselves back out there because like we've become so disconnected from everything. They're showing me like bridge, like card games, like they want you to be out and about. Okay, so they're showing me games and like dances, things like socials. So I'm gonna say this, like they want you to get out, they want you to put yourself out there because you are a healer. You're a healer. And other people being around you heals parts of themselves. And maybe you don't know this about yourself, but you just okay. So they're saying you just being yourself heals other people. Your love heals people. You have a bright love. You have a bright, unconditional love to give,
Okay.
and they want you to get out there and give it because
Okay.
it'll come back to you and you'll receive it. Okay, you're gonna receive the love.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to let me know what this daddy husband is, okay? Because I'm curious. I do not know what they're talking about, but I have to say exactly what they say because I know it'll mean something at some point to you. So I don't know what daddy husband is, but apparently they've got it lined up for you somewhere, okay?
Gotcha.
So
All
keep me
right.
updated, okay?
I will.
Tell me what's going on, and don't be scared to get out because I know how intimidating it can be sometimes to like we've gotten so disconnected, but we need to start reconnection, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more. And know that whatever message comes through for you, it is a sacred gift from the universe. Hello, Hopi, love, little butterfly.
Hi, darling. How you doing today? How you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm hanging in there. I'm still just 3 weeks out of my surgery. So how are you doing?
Doing okay. Anything that comes through is fine. Say whatever you need to say. I'm good with it all.
Okay, so I have some parents here, your mom and your dad. And then I also have a male figure, which would be, is this your brother? Has your brother passed?
My mom's still alive, but she does have some health issues going on right now. I
Okay.
do have a brother who passed when I was like 2 years old, and my dad is on the other side also.
Okay, so your dad and your brother are coming through, and they have a lady with them. So, just for clarification, can y'all tell me who this is? This is dad's mom with them. Okay, so he has your brother, and he has his mom with him. Okay, so your dad is telling me that he's been visiting your mom to help her, and he will meet her whenever it is her time, okay? So he wants you to know that it's nothing to be scared of, and you are not losing your mom. You're losing her physical body, but she will still be around you and still be present, okay? What else? Your brother's okay. He's with your dad. They're all safe. All of them can see you, interact with you, and they all are trying to support you during this time. Like, thank you. They want you to know that your mom is gonna be okay when she transitions, because they're gonna meet her. And you may feel like, how am I gonna live without my mom? Well, you don't have to live without your mom, because she's more than her physical body. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Okay. So, also, have you felt your dad around you recently? Like, or maybe had,
I do feel him sometimes.
okay, he's saying that you can feel him, like you can remember him and you know him. So don't doubt that connection, because it's there and it's strong, okay?
Okay.
Is there anything that, okay, is there anything else that you want to say? Okay, and your dad is saying you need, well, this keeps coming through from all of our spirit teams. We need to rest, okay? He's saying for you to rest some. Like, maybe you haven't been getting enough rest, or maybe you've been up at night, and he wants you to rest. He wants you to know it's okay to rest. Maybe you're not sleeping because you're worried about things, but he wants you to take a nap. He wants you to rest. He wants you to rest, okay?
I've had some worry because I'm trying to find a new place to live at a certain time date, so that's been keeping me kind of stressed out, you know?
Okay. He said things are gonna he's gonna try to help with this. Okay, so he's gonna try to help you find a place, and you'll know it is him, because it'll just kind of all line up and work out. Okay.
Okay, and just I had one question. Is there any doggies around me?
Dogs. I'm not seeing any dogs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see them, and that doesn't mean that they're not around you. It just means that maybe they are with you now, so they're not coming to me. Okay, so
Okay.
I don't see any dogs, but that doesn't mean that they're not there with you. Okay.
Yeah, because I have a couple that have passed, but I have one that I feel with me still, like all the time.
If you
You
feel that
know?
dog, then know that it's there. Don't doubt your connection. Okay, you're connected.
Right, darling. I appreciate it, and I really hope you get well really
Thank
fast
you.
and feel better. And I love you, darling, and thank you for
I
reading
love
me today.
you. Thank you. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna do one more, Wendy. I'm sorry. You've been waiting forever. I know I have 5 more in line. I'm just gonna finish up with this reading unless if spirit and energy wants me to continue. Hello, Wendy. Hello? Okay, Wendy has fallen asleep waiting, so let's see who else gets this next reading. I'm sorry, y'all. I think she has narcolepsy.
Hello.
Hello, Blueberry Pasta.
Hi. Wow, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's my first time coming on to a live thing, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing it right.
Yeah, you are. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
are you okay with anything and everything that comes through?
Yes, I am. Thank
And
you.
understand that any message that we get is a sacred gift from the universe. It may not always be what we want to hear, but it's what the universe wants you to hear, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to let you talk for a second and see what energy or spirit comes through, okay? So
Sure.
you can just talk. Tell me what you've been doing today.
Sure. Right now I'm just been throwing the ball for my dog outside. I'm looking at the flowers outside of my house. I earlier today I did some qigong, and then I did some breath work, and then I did what else did I do? Oh, I went to the grocery store. Um,
Okay. So I'm going to tell you what is coming through, and I don't know why this is coming through. Is there, okay, so I'm seeing this like pond and this tree, or this body of water and this tree. And I don't know if this is, what is this? Y'all
hmm,
tell me what this is.
hmm, pond and a tree.
Okay,
I'll have
wait,
to think
this is
about that.
somewhere you, okay, wait. So you were little when you saw this. Okay. What are y'all trying to tell me?
I,
And is your dog, there's a dog buried here.
oh, really?
Is this for you? Hang on. I'm trying to see what, if this is your reading.
Yeah.
Okay, no, this is not yours. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. No problem.
Okay, so let me just, can y'all stop for a second, please? Yes, this is yours. Wait, yes, this is yours. Okay, so yeah, did you have a dog pass away whenever you were younger?
Yes, we had two dogs. We
Okay,
don't really have a pond, but
these
um,
dogs are buried under or by this tree, or this is somewhere that they liked. They're, I'm seeing this through dog's vision. Okay, this tree and this pond. Okay, so these dogs were very special to you, or
yeah.
you were special to them. There was like this unconditional love between the two, and so they're saying that they loved you and that they miss you. And okay, so what are y'all showing me? Okay, so in your life right now, you're asking questions about a lot of things. Like, are you having an existential crisis? Like, and you're trying to ground yourself? No, okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes. Always. Yes.
Okay,
But
well, I was doubting myself for a second because they were saying, well, don't say that. Okay,
oh, you
but
can say that. It's true.
okay, so you have like been on this self-healing journey, like trying to do all these things to ground yourself and rebalance and realign, here's what I'm going to tell you. Like, your spirit team here is like saying there can be balance between the two worlds. Okay, like, we understand the duality of the world, but there can actually be a triality. Like, so you don't have to be like, they're showing me a mullet. So business in the front, party in the rear. You know, like, the reason that I'm seeing this is because they give me things that I can understand. Okay, so they're showing me a mullet. So maybe you're worried about, like, well, how am I going to do this job if I want to do this? This makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so maybe you have like this career and you're thinking, gosh, I would really love to do like the spiritual things and offer these meditative practices and show people how I'm finding balance. They're saying to me to tell you that there doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be this or that. It can be both. There can be balance and harmony. And what you do is you start out small and you offer these things on the weekend, or okay, so you've had an awakening and you're in the part where you're like, what is the freaking point? Like, is this you that I'm reading? This is you.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Okay. So there can be a balance, right? Like, you can have both. Like, do what feels good in your heart, but also you have to eat, right? Like, we have to eat. We have to provide for our families. So what they're wanting me to tell you is that you can go for this on this new path, but you don't have to go all in all at once. Like, you can test the waters and see how it goes first, okay?
It's interesting. Okay, thank you. I do appreciate that offering.
Do you have any questions for them?
Yeah, I think a lot of I do have a question. Do they have any comments about my current marriage, I guess? Because that leads, is there anything that they say about that? Or advice or support?
I'm going to message you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I just followed you. I'm messaging you.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.